Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I must not forget boys and girls. Wow. Uh, this is Lax, your host and host for the evening. Very soon I will be joined by my co-host Dolly G. But what a perfect start! The way it has started already with the video played by seniors today, that has already given some kind of a initiative or intuition for all of us to see how the celebration is going to take place of 50 years, that is golden jubilee of the 1975 mega hit Sholay. So the video that played by them today has already brought a whole lot of memories and nostalgia, which we are all used to by now. And we are not talking about a film actually. We are, in fact, talking in terms of emotion as well as the whole nostalgic feeling as well as reliving an era. That was an era. I mean, 50 years have gone by. 50 साल कोई छोटा टाइम नहीं है. बहुत कुछ हुआ है इसमें. So इस सिलसिले में we are thinking in terms of what all these characters from the movie are part of our system. आप ले लीजिए इन दैट era ठाकुर बलदेव सिंह हो या जय और वीरू हो, बसंती हो, and above all Gabbar Singh, who became part of our lives. Gabbar Singh, the way he got into the movie and all, उसका तो बहुत बड़ा किस्सा है, which many of you may be knowing, and we'll talk about it as we go along. So it has been a wonderful journey for all of us when it comes to Sholay. I'm sure not a single person in this group would not have seen Sholay. सब लोग multiple times देखे होंगे, उसके बारे में बहुत कुछ यादगार यादें होंगी लोगों के पास. So we are all going to relive that once again today. It had a tagline that said that greatest story ever told. That is what the tagline said for Sholay. And it was not just a blockbuster, it was, and it will still continue to be a phenomenon. Even after 50 years, it continues to inspire, entertain, unite people across generations. आप अगले उसके बाद वाले generations को भी देखिए. A child born in 1975 was 10 years old when Sholay was running for 10 years in 1985. That was the kind of impact this movie had on all of us. उसके बारे में जितना बोलो कम है. आप किताब लिख सकते हो इसके बारे में. Everyone can share one's experience with respect to this specific movie. Generations after generations. यहाँ तक कि in 2014 3D venture also came up, version of this movie came up. So as we go along, let me share a few nuggets with you people about this movie. Many of you will be already aware of it, but it is good to relive this kind of data and information that we possess. So a village or a township was actually created in the outskirts of Namma Bengaluru for this particular movie to be shot. The entire movie was shot in these outskirts, barring a few scenes that might have been done in studios, but it was all created in a place outskirts of Bangalore, and it was named Ramnagar. It is Ramnagar actually. Ramgarh was the name given in the movie for this. And this movie took 2.5 hours in the 2.5 years in the making. After Sita or Gita, which was released in 1972, Sholay came actually in 1975. So it was well more than 2.5 years of solid effort that took for this movie to shape up, with a lot of technologies used, external entities coming and playing and doing a whole lot of things for this movie. And this became a mega hit. Though a little bit of hiccup, there was a hiccup आते in the initial days. There was negative publicity. कोई बोल रहे थे कि flop है, ये है, वो है. But ये मूवी टस से मस नहीं हुआ. ये चलता रहा. आज भी हम, whenever there is a possibility and a chance, कहीं से भी start करो, देख लो, you will still enjoy it. That kind of a milestone movie बनाया है Sippy family ने. So Ramesh Sippy was actually inducted into this. Andaz was the first movie in 1971, followed by Sita or Gita. Then this ambitious project came up their way. So now this in other words, it took a whole lot of time. 2.5 years is a long period to make a movie. Leave alone Pakiza like movies where it had a stop and start history, but ये तो continuous किया था. Then the other interesting aspects were, Dharmender was besotted, completely in love with Hema Malini in those days. जितना opportunity मिलेगा, he wanted to spend time with her. So much so, he used to bribe the light men and the boys call shots वगैरह करने वाले side, उनसे गलती करवाया जानबूझ करके, so that he could do some of those replays. We can react. Number of retakes होते होते उतने opportunity मिलता था उसको to spend time with Hema ji. So that was a strategy applied by him. So that was something which, and especially when it comes to romantic scenes, वो कैरी तोड़ने वाला सीन एंड ऑल बार बार लगातार बनाया हुआ था, वो बहुत बनाया उसने. How did Amjad Khan get into that role is also some kind of a. Amjad Khan was a child artist in a couple of movies. Ab Dilli Dur Nahi, if you folks have seen, उसमें Amjad Khan was a child artist. In 1974, he came in a movie called Hindustan Ki Kasam. But again, he had a very small role. Now, Sholay mein, in fact, Sippis were looking for Danny Denzongpa to play the role of Gabbar Singh. Now, if I say that Jabbar Singh was the real one in Mera Gaon Mera Desh, this role was inspired from him. But then the outfit of the Daku was not dhoti and kurta. It is something like this, a military dress that I have worn. So inspired by Amjad Khan, I have also wear it. So he got the role because Danny was committed to Dharmatma and he was in Afghanistan. So the dates were not available. So one man's food is another man's poison. So Danny got the opportunity. Now, well, I'll just ask you two questions which you can keep. You don't have to answer now. At the end of it, you will be able to answer this. I'll give the opportunity. In Sholay, what was Gabbar Singh's dad's name? Okay, अभी नहीं, बाद में. You have time. So okay, I am happy. Sarita Agarwal ji के पास उसका जवाब है. There are two characters in the movies who played double roles. उसके बारे में भी आप लोग सोच के रखिए. We'll come to it as we go along. So we are now coming to this phase. So these are just the teasers. ये बहुत नहीं, बहुत कुछ है शोले में, तो किताब भी लिखी जाएंगी. So these are teasers for the treasure chest of stories you will hear today from everybody. Now, to take this further, I have this privilege of inviting Dolly ji, who is my co-host, who is no stranger to this group. No seniors today, सब लोग रग रग से वाकिफ हैं. डॉली जी कौन है, क्या है. So Dolly ji, आप तशरीफ ले आइए. It's your turn to take over and
Thank you,
give more
sir.
interesting inputs and gyan to all of us and introduce others.
I hope I'm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, कोई हसीना जब रूठ जाती है तो और भी हसीन हो जाती है. हो स्टेशन से गाड़ी जब छूट जाती है तो एक दो तीन हो जाती है.
डॉली जी, कुत्तों के सामने मत
हो
नाचना.
हाँ, जब तक है जानी जहाँ मैं नाचूंगी.
नहीं 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 डॉली जी, इन कुत्तों के सामने मत नाचना.
मैं नाचूंगी.
नाचिए
जब तक
नाचिए.
है जान मैं नाचूंगी.
गो अहेड जी, गो अहेड, नाचिए. आप ही का है. फोरम इज यूएस. मौसम भी है, मौका भी है, दस्तूर भी है, सब कुछ आप ही का है.
थैंक यू सर. Just a musical reminder that in Sholay, even dacoits had rhythm. So, friends, hope you all are enjoying this ride down memory lane as much as we are. So, our next guest, I think Dr. Ramachandran is available or not. I don't know. Is he there, Dr. Ramachandran, or not?
Uh, Ma'am will be playing a video. He has given us a video bite because he is busy with some other project.
Okay.
Oh, so,
Okay, so you will share the video.
okay.
So just about Ramachandran sir, he has just recently done a, interview with Ramesh Sippy sir for Seniors Today magazine. So he has given us a video bite. So we would like to play that.
Okay.
Good.
Hi, thank you so much, Mandeep, for getting me here. Ramesh Sippy has always been a charmer. He actually speaks really well. For a man who actually made his big blockbuster Sholay when he was just 28, he has always been enigmatic person as such. The second film that actually replaced the Sholay in the theaters was his next film, Shan. Shan never made it as big as Sholay, but Shan was equally a big film. It did not do as well as Sholay. So sometimes, you make your own great film, so you can't actually repeat yourself. Ek bar you climb Everest. There's nothing bigger than that, and Sholay is that Everest for every filmmaker in this country. With Ramesh Sippy, I was also associated with him when he was with the Producers Guild, and he's still with the Producers Guild, and we did the Apsara Awards when I was working with the television channel NDTV. We were the channel partners with him, and he has always spoken his mind. Though he's a little soft, he doesn't get into controversies, especially when you talk about Ram Gopal Verma ke Sholay, because the entire Sippy family were also fighting over the rights and all that, and he maintained a very dignified silence on all the issues. He never spoke against anyone. He's always been a person who's not just being politically correct, if I would like to say, but somebody who has maintained his dignity over the period of time that I've met him. Everyone my age has actually grown up on Sholay, and we kind of remember every bloody trivia about the film, and that is something that whenever you share some trivia with him, he would just give a good smile about it. Yeah, and the best part is, when he mentioned that he never had any pressure to make Sholay from GPCP, his father, and that's perhaps the reason why he was able to churn out a film with limited resources, but then that those resources became unlimited for him. From a budget of 1 crore, the film went on to be made at a cost of 3 crores, which is three times the cost of what a film would have envisaged. But GPCP spared no effort in making sure that he did not put any pressure on Ramesh Sippy to do the film, and that reflects in that family itself as to how passionate they are about cinema. Ramesh Sippy is somebody who's very passionate about his films, about scripts. Even now, he says that if he wants to make a film next, it would be something which is young and appeals to the younger audience, like how he loved Suraj Barjatia's Unchai as well, and he had no qualms admitting that. And he said that if I make a film like Unchai, I would be doing justice to the generation that I'm making films for. He's also started an academy, he's also teaching now, and is actually giving back to society, and that's something that Rameshji has always stood for.
I would like to add few words about Dr. Ramachandran. He just recently had heart-to-heart talk with a man, Ramesh Sippy, who gave us this epic. And he is a trove of trivia and information. He is an author, educator, and a frequent contributor to Seniors Today. तो आपने सुना ही जो भी कुछ उन्होंने आप लोगों को अभी बताया इस मूवी के लिए जो भी उनकी उनसे बात हुई। अभी हम अपने नेक्स्ट गेस्ट को मिस्टर नरेंद्र उसनूर जी उनको मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगी। ही इज वन ऑफ द इंडियाज मोस्ट प्रोलिफिक and best known music journalist. He is equally at ease with Hindi pop and classical, and he is with jazz and as he is with jazz and Western classical. So Ustad Kansen, as Kusnurji is popularly known, has been a long-standing columnist with Senior Today. So please welcome Mr. Narendra ji.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी। ये उस्ताद कांसेन किसने नाम रखा मुझे भी नहीं मालूम। वो कहाँ से आ गया, बट थैंक्स। बट या आई वाज recently with many of you at the Guru Dutt special, like, and I've been writing for seniors today since the beginning, uh, also about film music and classical music. So anyway, to talk about Sholay, I'll be speaking about the music specifically. Uh, Now, the thing about Sholay is that music is that the song sort of grew with the film. Uh, they When the film was released, ऐसा वो नहीं था कि ये गाने ऐसे होंगे वगैरह, because the film was more of an action movie, little bit of comedy and all that. So some people even wondered whether the songs would be correct in the movie, or whether how they will do and all that. But they had some all the five songs, they sort of fit in with the respective situations. They went along with the story, and they were used at certain intervals in the film. Like, so people got to this thing, and धीरे धीरे जैसे लोगों को they started watching the film, and then after that, there is a lot of repeat watching of the film also. तो वैसे वैसे गाने भी काफी उनको वो पसंद आने लग गए। अभी उनमें से पांच गाने हैं और एक बैकग्राउंड स्कोर है जो बहुत आई मीन द बैकग्राउंड स्कोर इज इक्वली वेल नोन ऑन इट्स ओन। द बैकग्राउंड स्कोर आई थिंक वाज सॉर्ट ऑफ इंस्पायर्ड बाय द वेस्टर्न मूवीज, जो एनियो मॉरिकोन जैसे म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर थे वहां पे, हु डिड गुड बैड एंड अगली एंड ऑल दोस क्लासिक वेस्टर्न्स. So that kind of a theme, but R.D. Burman, who was the music director here, he used a lot of Indian elements. We'll play that at the end, but we'll talk about the songs first. We'll just play snippets, and three of the five songs are songs which can be identified with any kind of situation. मतलब आज भी गाएंगे तो you relate it with certain, like दोस्त लोग मिल जाते हैं, तो very often they sing some song on दोस्ती, and maybe दिए जलते हैं, maybe some other song, but ये दोस्ती is one of them, is which definitely that they sing along. And all those lines about Teri Jeet, Meri Jeet and all that, like these are these things which Anand Bakshi ji wrote. And in the film, it is picturized on Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan, with Kishore Kumar singing and Manna Dey singing. It was a difficult song to picturize because they were shown on a motorcycle and different scenes, and up and down, and they had yet to be kept in a single frame. But Dwarka Devecha, the cinematographer, he did it very well. And the song has become like, it's even 50 years later, we still sing this as a song for even when parties or opposition leaders get it together with the government and all, they still sing Ye Dosti. Ye Sab. It's become a kind of cult song. So there are two other songs which also are sung in that same today, but we'll play a bit of Ye Dosti for nostalgia's sake now.
ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
Thank you. If you notice, there are a lot of instruments in this song, and also the kind of crowd scene that one can hear. Now, R.D. Burman, as most fans will know, we had a very big team of musicians, and a lot of them were in this movie. So you had Manorida and Basuda, who were arranging the music while RDG had composed. And you had Kersey Lord, who was doing keyboards, accordion, uh, various, even guitar he played on a couple of songs. Bhupinder Da was there. Marti Keer was on the rhythm. Manu Gupta on harmonica, which is played quite often in the song and in the movie as such also. So there were these different musicians also in the song. And yeah, so this was one song which created this thing. The other song, any guesses, which is that can be sung even today at various at specific occasions? Anybody wants to answer that?
Mehbooba.
Okay, but I'm talking about something which is associated with a particular event or festival, and
Holi. It's
yeah,
Holi.
Holi ke din.
Holi, yeah,
Holi
Holi
ke
ke
din.
din. Yeah, Mehbooba cannot be sung every time, but Holi is, and every Holi you have to
Hmm.
play it. So every Holi, it is one of the songs that is played along with various Rang Barse and various songs, and also it has become a standard that way. So Holi Ke Din was again a group thing, as all of you know. There are a lot of newcomers were there which were involved in the picturization of this thing, because they required random crowds. So junior artists, ye wo karke, there are a lot of this thing were created there. And so this again was a song which involved a lot of color and a lot of water and all that. So again, it was very difficult to shoot because the color would splash on the cameras, water would have one had to keep the cameras away from all that, so they had to be very careful and all that, and plus it was very hot outside. So but they still managed to create a fantastic song, and again, this is a song that can be sung at any kind of the sing on Holi, like it's always there, and full of color, full of joy. And of course it leads to, even in the picture, it comes at a time when before the entire thing about the dacoits and all happened. So it's been very strategically placed in the movie, like the other songs. And it goes on with the script. Like many times, what happens in films is that people sometimes they just place songs because they want to place a song. But in this case, in the case of Sholay, it was not there. All the songs fitted exactly where they were. They were part of the story. One sees the story and looks at the songs once again, you realize that how important that each frame or each music note and all is there within the context of the film. So let's hear Holi Ke Din.
चलो रे साथी चलो रे साथी एक पकड़ो एक पकड़ो अरे भैया ना छोड़ो और चार शराबी अरे चाहे शराबी क्या हो राजा गले में आ जाओ होली होली आंधी गोली कौन से आली दूंगी मैं गाली अरे रानू की साली होली 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 के दिन दिल खिल जाते हैं रंगों में रंग मिल जाते हैं होली के दिन दिल खिल जाते हैं रंगों में रंग मिल जाते हैं गिल शिकवे भूल के दोस्तों दुश्मन भी गले मिल जाते हैं होली के दिन दिल खिल जाते हैं रंगों में रंग मिल जाते हैं होली के दिन दिल खिल जाते हैं रंगों में रंग मिल जाते हैं
Thank you. So again, you hear a lot of group choruses and all in the beginning, a lot of instruments, and a lot of most of the songs were packed with a lot of instruments. And this thing, the lyrics are very relevant. Also, they talk about joy, they talk about color. So this was the second song, and then we had this song which Dolly G sang right in the beginning. Uh, and it was after that temple scene, and Dharmendra is trying to woo Hema Malini. I was upset. So, कौन सा गाना है वो?
कोई
कोई हसीना
हसीना,
जब टूटे.
कोई
कोई
हसीना.
हसीना जब रूठ जाती है. So it's again a song like which people sing today. Like I mean, sometimes when my wife gets angry, I sing that song. Not that it has any effect, but I try. So that was again like Kishore and Kishore Kumar singing in the movie. Lata sings for Hema Malini, and Kishore ji sings for Dharmender, and Manna Day in Ye Dosti for Amitabh. So this is a song again. It was picturized in the countryside and the open sequence and all that, and it added a sort of light this thing to the movie also. Sholay between the action scenes, there were certain light moments. There was some little romance happening here and there, all that. So it was like a complete mix of this thing. So and the songs also are placed in that way. So let's listen to Koi Hasina.
कोई हसीना जब रूठ जाती है तो और भी हसीन हो जाती है कोई हसीना जब रूठ जाती है तो और भी हसीन हो जाती है स्टेशन से गाड़ी जब छूट जाती है तो एक दो तीन हो जाती है
So a lot of people started using the word Tesan for station after this. Like even those who did not say Tesan before, it became a kind of common use. And then we have Mehbooba, which again was a big hit. Uh, there it was when the dacoits are taking a little bit of a break and all that, and Jalalaga is shown with Helen. And it was sung by R.D. Burman, as all of you know. The story is that R.D. tried other voices, but he was not really happy, and he said he'll try his own voice instead. He's done a few songs before that also, and even in Bengali, but he thought he will sing that. Uh, the song was released, it became a hit, but suddenly people realized that it was not an original song. He had taken it from a Greek singer, Demi Russo, whose song Say You Love Me had the same opening tune and all that. It Indianized it a bit, RD. But it was quite uh, very strongly resembling that song by the Greek singer. It was an English song, and that was released in 1974. This was released in 1975. So people got to know that. Abhi kya, because of the internet, you get to know a lot of things and all that. But those days, it took a while to immediately figure out what. But let's play Mehbooba. And if you want later, you can always check the song Say You Love Me by Demi Russo sometime to figure out the similarities.
महबूबा 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 गुलशन में गुल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं गुलशन में गुल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं मैं और तू महबूबा 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 गुलशन में गुल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं गुलशन में गुल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं मैं और तू
Then the final song, of course, is Jab Tak Hai Jaan. And there again, it is again very relevant to the story. And again, this is a song which people can sing today, like I mean, at parties and all. Like though there is no immediate situation, but they do sing it, and um, it is in fact it goes with the climax when Dharmendra is tied. Viru is tied there, and Basanti is asked to dance, and she has to dodge all those glass pieces which are all artificial, but she had to be very careful there also because she could not hurt her foot and all that. And it took a long time for her to sort of do that entire sequence, but she did it very wonderfully in the film. Like, and plus there were also those lights coming and all that, if you remember those shots from the film. So it again is a this thing and a very popular song. All the songs, in fact, they took their time, as I said, to work. But they eventually and that's why we are still singing them today, like I mean, and that was a year for R.D. Burman where he had a few other hits, but this sort of remained. He had Khel Mein in 1975, he had Andhi, which we still sing today, he had Khushbu. These were some of the Kala Sona. He had that. These are the films that he released in 1975. But Sholay is a film that people still singing because the movie was so successful, and plus the songs also have relevance at different points of time. So we'll play the Jab Tak Hai Jaan a bit, and then I'll end my short presentation with a short this thing, and then finally we'll play the background music. So let's listen Jab Tak Hai Jaan, then I'll speak a bit. And
जब तक है जाने जहां मैं नाचूंगी जब तक है जाने जहां मैं नाचूंगी
yeah, so finally, after recording all these songs, they did not go to HMV, but the company, they went to Polydor, which was not as big as it later became. Today it's called Universal Music. But Usame Polydor was slightly new to films, and they sold it for they 1 lakh or something, which was a big amount those days. And and they sold 1 lakh units. They sold it for 5 lakh there actually, but 1 lakh units they sold. And they ended up selling about 5 or 6 lakh units. And then they also made that Dialogues album with this thing, which also became popular because the dialogues of Sholay were so famous. Uh, and Yeah, but also the background music in the film was essentially very good. There's that scene where he plays harmonica, Amitabh, and different effects for the different dacoits and all that, like that. Even with that, the dialogues, a lot of background music went into that. So that also became quite popular. And yeah, so let's end with the background music. And thank you so much for listening. Dolly can take over. Dolly ji can take over after that. So background music, जरा लगा दीजिए. thank you so much. Dolly ji, all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Narendra ji, for your valuable informations. Thank you so much.
So,
So,
Dolly ji, I have a small question for Narendra ji, if we can unmute. I mean, we can just continue because it was related to music. Narendra ji, as I understand, there was another song, Kawali, which was recorded for this movie, Sholay ke liye.
Yes, there was, yeah.
And I believe because of the length that was deleted or not, the movie at the end of it,
Uh,
then do you have any idea as to where it could have been fitted? Because I don't see a slot for a Kawali in this
No, the
entire
reason
scheme
why
of
it
things.
wasn't fitted is that I mean, this is what I've heard. Of course, I was too young when I watched Sholay. This is much later I heard is that they already had Mehbooba, which was a more commercially appealing song when they decided,
Okay,
and to
it was
have
a
two such
replacement.
songs, yeah, not as a replacement. I mean, even if they had two songs, the one would have got wasted, and they didn't have a situation for this thing, and all these songs fit into situations. So that
Right.
was the whole this thing. Usually, what happens is that music directors, they sometimes prepare songs for other films also, and
Right.
then they suddenly say, "Acha, ye Sholay mein dal dunga main," and all that. So he might have considered it for some time, and
It's
then
actually
the same.
available on YouTube for us to see, that song,
Uh,
as well as the revised end. I mean, revised, no, the original end of the movie,
uh,
which actually was, finally
yeah,
he was convicted again, but instead of
uh,
getting killed, Amjad Khan. So
yeah,
those things are all there.
yeah. But maybe it didn't fit in this thing. It
Anyway,
could not
thank you
be.
so much,
And
Narendra.
anyway, the film was very long to introduce another
Yes,
song and
yes,
also
absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I didn't find a slot for a Kawali
Yeah.
in the overall scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, either they would replace Mehbooba, which wasn't a sensible thing to do anyway,
Yeah.
because that is the only song which sort of they could have. Then that whole atmosphere would change and all that.
Thank you so much, Narendra ji.
Yeah,
It was
thank you
really
ji so much.
fascinating to know your views and your thoughts.
Thank you
I
so
not to
much.
forget the play of tabla when Basanti tries to
Yeah, yeah,
escape.
yeah. That was amazing.
कल
That
धन्नो
was.
भाग आज तेरी बसंती की इज्जत का सवाल है, that
Yeah,
time the tabla that is there at the
yeah,
back,
yeah.
it's just out of the
It's
world.
fabulous.
That's
Yeah,
R.D. Burman at his best, I must say.
yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Dolly, we'll continue. We have only about 9
okay.
minutes left for the for
So now over to you, sir. Over to you.
over to me.
Yeah.
ओके, गाने तो हम लोग सब सुन लिए नो, अभी तक इतने सारे गाने
हाँ, गाने तो
we have
सब
heard.
सुन लिए।
तो हम लोग
हाँ।
फिर से गाने का उसका मतलब मुझे नहीं लगता है कि इट मेक्स एनी सेंस. इफ इट ऑल वी डू वी हैव टू ओनली सिंग द अंतरास, क्योंकि वो मुखड़े सब
Right,
सुन
right.
चुके हैं.
हाँ.
So now let us have some. I had given two questions to the people. Whoever is ready to answer the two questions can raise your hand. Anil Singh. So Anil Singh is the first one. Please, Anil Singh, बताइए.
सर अमजद खान के फादर का नाम था वो जकीरा खान और स्क्रीन नेम वाज जयंत.
नहीं, स्क्रीन
हाँ.
मूवी के अंदर पूछा था मैंने. जयंत का बेटा है, सबको दुनिया भर को मालूम है. ऑन
हाँ.
स्क्रीन गब्बर सिंह के वालिद का नाम क्या है? Not
स्क्रीन
जयंत.
ऑन द मूवी.
हाँ, वो आते तो नहीं है स्क्रीन पे, लेकिन उनका नाम आता है जरूर पिक्चर में. ऐसा इजी क्वेश्चन थोड़ी ना पूछेंगे हम आपसे.
मुझे नहीं मालूम.
Anyone knows this? हाँ जी, बोलिए सरिता जी.
हरी सिंह.
हाँ, absolutely,
Oh.
absolutely, absolutely. कैसे पता चला आपको?
मैंने पढ़ा था.
पढ़ा था, लेकिन कौन से सीन में उनका नाम आता है?
सीन का मुझे ध्यान नहीं, मैंने इसको पढ़ा था कि उनका
Sorry,
गब्बर सिंह.
let me check if Sarika ji knows it or Shobha ji knows it.
हेलो.
हाँ, बोलिए सरिका जी. नहीं, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. प्लीज अनम्यूट.
Mukta ma'am, please unmute yourself.
या ओके सर. हरी सिंह तो बता ही दिया उन्होंने. आपने
आपने बोला-
पूछा था डबल रोल का.
नहीं, हरी सिंह कैसे पता चला? वो पढ़ा था उन्होंने, बट
नहीं, ये तो मुझे भी नहीं पता, सॉरी. बट मैं दूसरा,
दूसरा
हाँ, कहीं ना कहीं जरूर है. मैंने भी पढ़ाई है बस ये, पर मैं दूसरे का आंसर बता सकती हूँ.
बोलिए.
डबल रोल था, एक तो सिक्के का और एक सचिन पिलगांवकर. उनका डबल रोल था, एक फिल्म में और एक फिल्म आउट बैक ऑफ द फिल्म एडिटिंग की थी उन्होंने. एंड एक सिक्के का रोल था जिसमें किंग चार्ल्स का था दोनों साइड.
एक और आदमी का डबल रोल है उसमें, एक और आदमी का डबल रोल है, अगर किसी को पता है।
अच्छा, वो मुझे नहीं पता, इतना मुझे पता है।
ओके,
ओके, थैंक यू।
चलिए शोभा जी बताइए आप।
आपके पहले क्वेश्चन का आंसर बताती हूँ
हाँ,
कि जब कोर्ट में वो हो रहे तब उनको आवाज लगाई गई थी।
करेक्ट, गब्बर सिंह वल्दहरी सिंह।
बलधारी सिंह।
वल्दहरी, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, बढ़िया बढ़िया बताया आपने शोभा जी, मजा आ गया। ओके, देयर वाज वन मोर जेंटलमैन हु हैड अ ड्यूअल रोल।
सर मुश्ताक मर्चेंट, जिसका रोल बाद में काट दिया गया था लेंथ के कारण।
जल्दी जल्दी
ही
नहीं
वॉज अ
नहीं नहीं
ट्रेन ड्राइवर एंड देन ट्रेन ड्राइवर था, देन बाइक ओनर, 2 रोल्स।
हाँ, दोनों था वो, करेक्ट, यू आर राइट, आपने जल्दी जल्दी गूगल में पढ़ा लगता है।
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल।
थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू, वेरी गुड, अच्छा लगा। तो चलो, ये तो दो क्वेश्चंस तो इजी इजी हो गया आपके लिए। नाउ व्हाट एल्स वुड यू लाइक टू से? सचिन पिलगांवकर जो है, उसमें उनका नाम क्या था? बोलिए। अहमद,
अहमद।
सही बात है। और उनके पिताजी दादाजी का नाम क्या था?
रहीम। रहीम चाचा।
रहीम चाचा, वेरी गुड। इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है भाई, ये किसने बताया, बोला था?
ए के हंगल।
रहीम चाचा नहीं,
इमाम
हाँ, एक
इमाम शाह।
हंगल जिन, हाँ।
इमाम
इमाम
साहब,
शाह।
इमाम साहब,
हाँ जी।
ओके। एंड हु वाज द co-star और a colleague of संजीव कुमार पुलिस स्टेशन में, जिसको सब अपना स्टोरी बताते हैं? वी हु क्या प्लेड दैट कैरेक्टर? सुनीता जी बताइए।
इफ्तिखार खां।
सॉरी,
इफ्तार खां। इफ्तार।
इफ्तिकार नहीं, इफ्तिकार तो उनके संबंधी थे, संबंधी थे। नो, नॉट इफ्तिकार।
वो उसको जेलर साहब बोलते हैं।
हाँ, जेलर
जेलर
साहब।
साहब।
हाँ, कौन है, उनका नाम क्या है?
हाँ,
वो
उनका
एक्टर,
नाम नहीं
एक्टर।
याद आ रहा है कि उनको खाली जेलर साहब करके उन्होंने बुलाया था, किंतु कलाकार इतना फेमस नहीं है इसलिए
नहीं
उनका
नहीं,
नाम
फेमस
याद
है,
नहीं आ
फेमस
रहा।
फेमस है, जयराज है, जयराज है वो।
अच्छा।
हाँ। चलिए, ठीक, गुड। सो आप में से कोई गाना गाना चाहेंगे? बट अंतरा, नॉट नॉट मुखड़ा, मुखड़ा हमने सब सुन लिया हम लोगों ने, एंड वी हैव प्रिसाइसली 4 minutes टू गो। चलिए जी, दरबारी, दरबारी कन्नड़ में गाई है।
मैं गाऊं?
हाँ, आपका ही है पहले हाथ।
हाँ, तो आपने ये ध्यान दिया होगा कि लोग जो आम गाने का तो अंतरा गा ही लेते हैं, लेकिन फिल्म में एक सैड वर्जन है ये दोस्ती का, उस तरफ लोगों का ध्यान नहीं है, तो वही वो अंश सुनाता हूँ आपको, ठीक है?
चलिए, कोई कोई
हाँ,
कोई बात
जब अमिताभ बच्चन की मतलब डेथ हो जाती है लास्ट में,
नहीं।
तो
हाँ,
बैकग्राउंड में आवाज आती है, तूने ये क्या किया, बेवफा बन गया, वादा तोड़ के चल दिया इस तरह, राह में तू मुझे ऐसे छोड़ के, खाना पीना साथ है। मैं ये लाइन भूल गया, कुछ
कोई
और
बात
दूसरी
नहीं,
लाइन है। हाँ।
वेरी नाइस,
हाँ।
बहुत बढ़िया जी, बहुत बढ़िया, थैंक यू सो मच। ओके, मुकेश जी, आप कौन सा पार्ट गाएंगे? मुकेश कुमार दास जी, अनम्यूट।
मेरी जीत तेरी जीत, तेरी जीत मेरी हार, सुन ले मेरे यार, तेरा गम मेरा गम, मेरी जान तेरी जान, ऐसा अपना प्यार, चांद से भी खेलेंगे, तेरे लिए ले लेंगे सबसे दुश्मनी।
थैंक यू मुकेश जी, थैंक यू सो मच। राजकुमार जी, गो अहेड, कोई अंतरा सुनाइए।
हाथों में चाबुक, होठों पे गालियां,
टंग 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 टंग।
हाथों में चाबुक, होठों पे गालियां, बड़ी नखरे वालियां होती है तांगे वालियां।
टंग 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 टंग
कोई हसीना जब रूठ जाती है तो और भी हसीन हो जाती
थैंक यू राजकुमार जी, थैंक यू। आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी
है।
स्क्रीन में, तो उसके लिए मैं म्यूट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। सो वी आर नाउ
थैंक
डन विद एक महबूबा का कोई गा रहा है, महबूबा बचा है, गाएंगे आप बिमल जी या निर्मला जी, आप गाइएगा?
नहीं सर, मैं तो एक्चुअली एक सिचुएशन का थोड़ा डायलॉग बोलना चाहता था, सॉन्ग
अच्छा
नहीं।
ठीक है, पहले निर्मला जी को बोल दी गाने
अच्छा,
दो।
फिर मैं बोलता हूँ। ओके।
हाँ निर्मला जी बोलिए, अनम्यूट अनम्यूट।
महबूबा महबूबा
अंतरा अंतरा,
अंतरा
सिंगारों से निकला।
निकला चांद सितारों से निकला दिल डूबा। हुस्नो इश्क की राहों में ख्यालों में दिल नाना। सर लिरिक्स ठीक से याद नहीं है।
नहीं, थैंक यू सो मच, इट वाज वेरी
महबूबा।
नाइस, वेरी नाइस।
चलेगा चलेगा, इतना
We
चलेगा।
are running out of time, so it's time for us to say thank you to all of you. Dolly ji, you would,
Yes.
I would like you also to be here now. Thank you very much, each one of you, for being such a sport. It has been a wonderful evening. अभी 49 minutes हो चुके हैं हम लोग स्टार्ट करके. It has been a great evening. बहुत बात करना है, 40 or 50 minutes are not enough actually. So हम लोग अप्लाई करते हैं सीनियर्स टुडे के साथ एक और full fledged session of a movie appreciation session kind of a thing we will do, and that will be wonderful. Thank you so much, each one of you. It has been great knowing you folks. Excellent inputs coming from our guest speakers. So thank you everyone, and Dolly ji, it's your turn to say thanks.
Yes. So thank you each one of you. लेकिन एंड ऐसे नहीं होगा, एंड हम और लेक्चर साथ करेंगे। सो टिल देन जय एंड वीर स्टाइल हम शुरू होते हैं। लेट्स से इट टुगेदर।
यस बोलिए, आप स्टार्ट किए, मैं ज्वाइन कर लूंगा।
ओके। ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे, तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
Thank you very much, Firoz.
Thank you
Today
to
was a
all.
wonderful evening. So we'll
Thank you, ma'am.
all of you.
Thank you, sir.